Yeah. You clearly want to get away from the super PAC money and all that. Will you be willing to end Citizens United then? Or, I know you can't do it, the Supreme Court has to do it. That's the ultimate root of the problem, Citizens United. Basically, a lot of unlimited campaign money, hidden money, dark money. And will you be standing up for keeping federal lands in the federal hands, not giving it to the states so they can sell off the lands and pay off the debts like it happened in Wisconsin and Utah?
Yeah, okay, first of all, well, let's take the Citizens United. You're right, you're exactly right. That's a constitutional decision by the United States Supreme Court that said that corporations, in essence, are to be treated as people and they have a right to free speech. You know, of course, I think that was the wrong decision, but I don't have a vote on the Supreme Court. And a lot of politicians, again, they wring their hands and say the system's flawed, but, you know, when I go there, I'll work for fundamental change. I'm doing something different. I'm putting my candidacy at risk by standing up for a principle, and that is that we should not take money from special interests. It would be an offense to think that if someone was a judge and deciding cases, that it would be okay to take money from one side of the dispute. Why do we think it's all right for our Congress to do that? Why do we tolerate a John Thune taking $924,000, for example, from internet service providers before he voted on net neutrality? And he's not alone. We have a lot of decent people who we send to Washington who are afraid, unwilling to stand up to a corrupt system. That needs to change, or we'll get the same kind of Congress next session as we got now. And it's one person at a time. Now, that's Citizens United. You know, as to federal lands, people forget that none of this is inevitable. None of our national parks are inevitable. None of the federal lands we hold were either. And they've been acquired a lot of different ways, but it was through the leadership of Theodore Roosevelt, who stood up to the special interests who were raping our western forestry lands and put those lands aside and protected them in perpetuity. And so the answer is yes. I will stand with keeping those lands in federal control and not selling them off to the states. Thank you for those two good questions.